Welcome to the Code, a safe, warm place. My name is Tawansa Simmons, and I am here today to share a recipe that I made and get right into it. So this is war water. What I've made is war water. It is made for your protection. You're going to be calling out your ancestors, your angels, your spiritual team, Most High God, all that good stuff. We're going to be calling them out, and we're going to ask them to protect you from this day until the day you die. Okay? If you have never did anything like this, hey, it's the first time for everything, right? This is the first time for me as well. But this right here is the ultimate protection. And from this day forward, you're not going to have to worry about nothing. If somebody even think negative about you in their mind, our ancestors is going to come through. They ain't playing no games. Okay? So, I am going to start off with putting on my gloves, because right after this we're going to be taking this outside and digging. I've already got a patch. You want to dig this in your backyard somewhere, kind of in your area where you're at. So wherever you live, you kind of want to put this where you live, because this is protection, but it's also for war. Okay, so wherever you reside, this is somewhere where you will want to put it at. Okay? All right, so let me put my gloves on, and then I'm going to be explaining all of the stuff that we're going to be using and putting into this. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I talking to my ancestors and my spiritual team, actually. So, I said my ancestors, which I was, but I do want to give some credit to my spiritual team. I was talking to a spirit by the name of Elizabeth Baby Rivers, and when I was talking to her, the idea of this war water came up. So she influenced me as well as my ancestors. That's why it's very good to have a spiritual team, because you never know what your spiritual team can also help you with. And that way you're expanding your table, your spiritual table, but your ancestors can work with others as well. Okay. All right. So first, what we want to start off with is right here. This is storm water. This is water from when it was storming outside. Whenever it's raining outside or storming or, any type of rain, I run outside and I put me a bucket out there, and then I just keep the water. So I got fairly a lot of storm water. I got plenty, bagged up. But yeah, so we got this storm water. So this is what we're going to be adding all of our stuff into, okay? So you're more than welcome to use the same things I use, or, you can always incorporate and put your own things into it as well. So we got our storm water here. Now, the first thing that I'm going to add, some of these things of course, you're not going to have. This is my own special giddy up. Some of the things are basic. Some of the things you might not have. But pray to your ancestors, the Most High God, your spiritual team, and ask them to guide you to add or subtract anything that I add into this recipe, okay, and that I'm sharing with you for my war water. Right now, what we're making is war water, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to add is just a little Decker. This is a human skull, Decker, but this is a representation of my ancestors' heads. All my ancestors, kings and queens, from the 1500s, 1400s, year zero, all the way back. This is their head right here, calling them out. We need you. This is the savages, the righteous warriors. I need all my righteous warriors to come out and protect me right now at this time of need, okay? So this is my ancestors' heads, just a little representation. You might not have these things, but that's okay. You can, let your creativity come out when it comes to stuff like this. But I'm going to add this head in there. This is my ancestors, okay? So I'm just going to add that in there. All right. So now what I'm going to add in here is, just to make it, This is some more stuff from my ancestors, just to uplift them in the spiritual realm. So what I'm going to add is some St. John's wort. Okay? I'm adding a little bit of St. John's wort for what? Happiness. Happiness and strength. While my ancestors, while y'all going to war for me, I need y'all to come in with your strength. And I'm also going to give you happiness. Because, you know, while you're at war, you're going to be having a lot of mixed emotions. But I still want to bring happiness to you while you go to war for me. So I just add that into my water. So we're 2 items in here now. All right. So now what else we want to add is rosemary. Let's just put a little rosemary. Now, you see in these baggies, you could get some rosemary from the grocery store with your food stamp card. I got fresh rosemary downstairs. I could use some fresh rosemary that some people might cook with. You know, I just got all type of herbs and spices around. So now I just want to put some rosemary in here to banish negativity. And this is also where you can say anybody who even think negative about me, anybody who even try to be subliminal to me on social media, you know, because there are people on the social media who they see you and then they want to post something trying to be subliminal. And then when you see it, you be like, dang, are they trying to talk about me or something? But, you know, with the power of that rosemary, that's banishing them out. Okay? Let me kind of keep a track here of all of the things that I know everything that I'm putting together. So we'll share that later. But I just want to make sure that I'm putting everything that I have on my list because I record all my concoctions. All the concoctions that I make, I record them. And eventually, you will have the opportunity to buy all my concoctions in a book. Okay? All my concoctions I record from my spiritual baths, spiritual scrubs, return to sender onions, return to sender lemons, all my return to sender recipes, my war water. Let me see what else I got in here. Rose water recipes, my goat milk spiritual bath, all that stuff is documented. So I'm going to share it with you on my social media, but in due time, you will have the opportunity to purchase this book and it will have all of it in there. Okay? All right, so far we have the skull head in there. We also have the rosemary, which I just added. And then we have the St. John's wort that I just added. Okay, so now I only have a tiny bit of aloe. And I hate that I only got a small bit. But baby, with the power of a mustard seed, this ain't no mustard seed, but just imagine how big a mustard seed is. So with that being said, we just gonna use a tad bit. You know, just one little itty bitty speckle is good enough. Okay, so we have some aloe for protection and luck. I don't have that much. You see that little bit right there? Look, see that? We finna use it. We about to use it. We ain't wasting nothing. We're not wasting nothing, baby. My ancestors gonna love this. They gonna take this and do so much damage. So I did the best I could. Now I'm gonna have to restock on that. So what that does, that is good for protection and luck. I'm gonna get them that. Protection and luck. Alrighty. For some more protection, what I got here, it's kind of the reason why I wanted the gloves. Anthill dirt. I got some anthill dirt. This anthill dirt is, I dated it when I got it off the ground. But yeah, I just take this anthill dirt. This anthill dirt is from April of last year. Take as much as you want. I'm just going to take a small pinch of this anthill dirt and I'm asking my ancestors for protection. And I just want to add that anthill dirt to my war water. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Happy Return to Sender Sunday. Alrighty. So along with this anthill dirt, what I'm going to add is coconut dust. Yes. All the things that I'm talking about, you're more than feel free to look up online, all these things, okay? Learn about these things. Do something with these things. Love you know? This is coconut dust. I'm going to ask my ancestors. Come on. Protect me with this coconut dust, baby. All right, so I'm adding the coconut dust. It's in there and it's great. Now, what I'm gonna do, I got some bay leaves. Grocery store bay leaves. No shame in my game. These about $2. Can't beat it. About $2 and you get over, you're gonna get about 15 to 20 bay leaves in here for $2. You can't beat it. Just depends on how big or small they is. I'm going to get a fairly big bay leaf because I am going to be writing on here protection. Okay. So I got a bay leaf here. Okay. Oh, don't want to mess that up. So on that bay leaf, I'm just going to write protection. Okay. So we're asking our Most High God, our spiritual team, and ancestors protection. Just gonna put that bay leaf straight in there. It's gonna get it done. Alrighty. We got that. Okay. We making it work, y'all. We making it work. Making it do what it do. Okay. So now, this is some extra stuff that you might not have, but you can always store it. This right here is ashes from some money. When I burn my money sometimes, I ask my ancestors, when I burn some money sometimes, I keep the ashes. I send money to my ancestors, but I keep the ashes, and I can use these ashes. And this is an offering of money. So you might not, you don't think this is, but this is currency, okay? So I'm going to send them some money so they can buy that, the new nuke bomb that they need. They need a nuke bomb. So with this power of this currency and this money, they can now have all the materials that they need to get this nuke bomb and this AR, the new ARs and the Juggernaut outfit. They need some Juggernaut outfits. They need a bunch of stuff to be able to go to war for me. And with the power and the currency of this money ash, they have the ability to get everything they need now. So everybody on my team wearing Juggernaut outfits, okay? So, and envision that in your head. Envision that in your head while you putting it in there. All my ancestors right now got Juggernaut outfits, nuke bombs, AR-15s. Man, we fully loaded over here. It's nothing that you can bring that my ancestors don't already have, baby. They already know. Everything under the sun, they already know. Okay? Alrighty. So that was the ash currency, the money. And I got some crystals and some stuff in there to just to make it do what it do. And yeah. And I use this sometimes. I pull it out and do my thing like this. All right? Okay, so now what else we gonna add in there? The funny stuff. Dun, 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 dun. You know what this is? We finna add some skin from the bottom of our feet, okay? We are now about to add skin from the bottom of our feet to this war water, okay? Because, yeah, we are. Look at that. Ugh. But yeah, I'm finna add all this, okay? I want to add the skin from the bottom of my feet because that's where your soul is too, y'all. So, and we're going to ask our ancestors to protect us. Y'all just don't know. I've been building up on this recipe. I got so much skin, it don't make no sense. It's kind of sickening. But this is skin from the bottom of my feet, y'all. And we're going to be adding that in our war water because we walking. We gone. This is war. We in here. I'm stomping. Okay? Stomp. Hey, what my people say, stomp. Kurt Franklin. What my ancestors say, stomp. Put that feet water in there. And what they say, stomp. Hey, what the people say, stomp. My ancestors gonna stomp. Okay? Yes, baby. So we got the skin from our bottom of our feet in there. Yes, we did. Yes, I did, boo. And just to add to the currency for them to provide and get what they need to go, I'm also going to add a little bit of glass, little pieces of glass, and they going to use this as weaponry towards our enemies. Everything I put in here, I asked my ancestors to use for my protection, okay? So I got some glass. I'm going to put a little bit of glass in there, okay? Along with the glass, I'm not going to get too far into all these crystals and what they do. That's where you got to do your homework at, okay? I already did my homework. You need to do yours. So, the first crystal we about to put in here is Renegade. And that's for the blood and your ancestors and their protection. Strengthen us, okay? I think I'm going to do all three of all. It sounds good to me. So, I just put 3 Renegade crystals in here. Just my Renegade. Take you some Renegade crystals. Now you can get a dozen. You can get a dozen of all these crystals that I got. Let me share. I'm just gonna share something with y'all real quick. And I've had way more. I had relocated, so I had to start over on everything. But this right here is gonna cost you about $8, and you're gonna get 14 crystals for about $8. So you can't beat that. So yeah. I got the Renegade. I'm finna put some Renegade in there. I got some fluorite. Put that in there. All the crystals that I'm putting in here, look it up if you don't know nothing about them. Do your research. Do your homework. Now I'm putting 3 in kind of for the, I don't want to say the Holy Trinity, but something like that, you know. Okay. So now I'm gonna add another crystal in here. We add 4 different crystals because we that girl. I'm that girl. Hello? I'm the one. Uh-oh. You lost me. Well, I lost you for a minute. Sorry about that. The other crystal. Amazonite. You want to add some Amazonite? Okay, I'm adding 3 Amazonites. Sorry about that earlier. Please. Don't go too hard on me on the comments. Garnet. We're going to add some garnet. And that's going to be the last one. Add 3 of all of them. 3 of all the crystals. So if you need to know which crystals those was again, just go ahead and rewind it, and then you'll be good. So that's everything that we're gonna add in there. Now what I had did is I had made a warrior's decree. I made this, it's a warrior's decree. I'm gonna take my time and read this slow. What you're going to want to do is probably pause. If you want to say exactly what I'm saying, you're more than welcome. But if you want to make your own little declaring decree or your own certain warriors documentation, you can do that. I'm going to share mine with you. After I do this, I fold this towards me. I'm going to put it in my war water. And I'm going to take my war water with all my ingredients in there. And then I'm going to go dig it, and I'm going to go put it in the dirt in my backyard, okay? I, Tawansa, stand in the center of my power, rooted in my strength of my lineage in the light of the divine. I hereby issue a formal decree to the Most High God who rules the above and below on earth. I call upon my highest spirit guides, my guardian angels, and my almighty ancestors, those who walk the path of strength and honor before me. I commission you now. Go to war on my behalf. Surround me surround me as an impenetrable fortress of light. Let any weapon formed against me, be it spoken, thought, or acted, be dismantled before it reaches my gates. By the fire of the garnet, I ignite courage, which was that crystal. By the clarity of the fluorite, I command my victory. By the truth of the Amazonite, I stand unshakable. I declare that every obstacle in my path be moved, every shadow be exposed, and every battle be won before it even begins. As I have spoken it, it is so. It is done, it is done, it is done. I am protected, preserved, and victorious. Yes. So I fold that towards me here now. And I just want to thank my ancestors. And then after this, I'm finna clap my hands and stomp my feet and thank the Lord I got some heat. Hey, if you know, you know. So I got this folded. Just fold this. You know, people go so far into, oh, fold it this way, fold it this way, fold it this way. I just kind of fold it what makes me feel good. I know if I want to receive it, I fold it towards me. If I want to get rid of it, I fold it away. That simple. So I want all the stuff that I just said to come to me. I want them to protect and do all the beautiful things that I said. So now I'm just going to put that into my war water as well. Okay? Now I'm going to clap my hands, stomp my feet. You know, I'm going to do my thing when I get outside. After I bury it, I'm going to dance on top of it, play a little ancestral music, and I'll be good. Okay? So now I just want to close it. And now I officially have war water. You don't want no problems, woo. You don't want no problem with me, get into me. Hey, yes. So that's the war water. And now, like I said, it's just time to go on and take it out in the back. And yes, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Have a good return to Sender Sunday. And yeah, love yourself most importantly. Take care. Bye.